Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In VLSI Design subject, Unit number 3, MOS transistor, and today's topic we discuss about MOSFET scaling. Now, in previous session we discussed about MOSFET scaling and full scaling type. So, as you already know, as per our last lecture, that two types of scaling, full scaling and constant voltage scaling. So in terms of the full scaling, we're talking about the current and constant field scaling, and in constant voltage scaling we're talking about the voltage parameter. So in previous session we already discussed about full scaling and its type, and what exactly the effect of full scaling will produce on drain current in terms of the linear, saturation, power density and power dissipation calculation. So now we move on today's topic. It's a constant voltage scaling. So now before that, first of all, what is a scaling? That you already know. The symmetrical reduction of overall dimension of the MOSFET device is known as a MOSFET scaling. Or the process to reduce the dimension of the transistor MOSFET, it's called MOSFET scaling. So when you're talking about a dimension reduction process, then it's called as a MOSFET scaling. Now the question arises in our mind that why we use a scaling. So scaling is generally used to reduce the dimension of the transistor, and if you reduce the dimension of the transistor, then overall you reduce the functionality, or we can say that you reduce the size complexity of the transistor. So as per the Moore's law, if number of transistor increases, then performance of the chip increase. So as per this particular law, we try to reduce the packaging density as much as possible, and because of that possibility we reduce a size complexity and we add more number of transistors. So this packaging density is play a main role when we talking about a MOSFET characteristic or a MOSFET scaling. In scaling, all the dimension of the transistor are scaled down by the constant scaling factor S. So make sure that we have to scale down by the factor S only. So in your books, as you can see, that there are the different types of scaling factor is there, means in terms of like we add lambda coefficient, gamma coefficient, there are the different types of coefficient is there, and in your books you can see the different types of coefficient is also there. But right now in our chapter on, right now I am considering the scaling factor S, and S is always greater than 1. There are two types of scaling, full scaling and constant voltage scaling, that I already told you, and in previous session we already discussed what exactly full scaling is. Now we move on constant voltage scaling, and before that, this particular diagram it represents basically a physical as well as a voltage parameter. Like this one is it represents a length coefficient for the channel length, oxide thickness TOX, junction depth XJ, width W, source, gate and drain terminal that we have, and P type of substrate. Now we move on the constant voltage scaling. So in constant voltage scaling, all the dimension is scaled down by the factor S, but the power supply remains constant. In terms of the VDD, VDS, it remains constant when we are talking about the power supply. So other parameters like W, S, L, TOX, COX, EOX, they all are scaled down by the factor S. So now this one is basically diagram. At this type of the diagram we already seen in specifically constant voltage scale, constant field scaling, but now we move on constant voltage scaling. So we have to make sure that we have to consider the channel length L, channel width W, junction depth XJ, oxide thickness TOX, supply voltage VDD, threshold voltage VTO, and doping density Na and Nd. So this type of the concept and this type of the content that we have to remain in our mind when we talking about a current and voltage characteristics. Now effect of scaling. Now what exactly the effect is produced? So we move on the linear current and saturation current, but before that we move on this particular part. Like COX dash is equal to EOX dash upon TOX dash after scaling concept. It means COX is equal to AX upon TOX. So as you know, the TOX is equal to that we seen from here, that we have like this. So we directly convert into S into COX. Similarly, Kn, we have a Kn constant mu n COX W by L. Right now we take a mu n as a constant, so COX it will be scaled down, W by S, but because SS will be cancelled it out. So Kn dash is equal to S into Kn. For the linear drain current ID, we have equation of ID is equal to mu n COX by 2 W by L, 2 into VGS minus VTO into VDS minus V square ds, and we consider here Kn is equal to mu n COX W by L. So we have equation for the drain current linear ID linear is equal to Kn by 2 into VGS minus VTO into VDS minus V square ds. Now it's scaled down by the factor S. So as you can see, S into Kn by 2, because all the voltages are remain constant, so Kn dash is equal to S into Kn, that we can see in this particular equation. So we directly say that ID dash linear is equal to S into ID linear. So basically the scaling factor is scaled down by the factor S, but in terms of the multiplication point of view. Similarly, we calculate the power dissipation, that P is equal to VDD into ID. So now we apply specifically a scaling factor. So P dash is equal to ID dash dot VDD dash. So here, as you can see, the VDDs remain constant, because as we already know, in terms of the constant voltage scaling, you have to make a constant voltage. So all the voltages in terms of the VDD, VGS, VDS, VTO, they all are remain constant. So P dash is equal to S into ID into VDD. So P dash is equal to S dot P that we have. So power dissipation P dash is equal to S dot P. So here the power dissipation is increased by factor S. So now we already calculate the drain current equation for the ID linear. Now we move on the ID saturation region. So for the ID saturation region, the ID saturation is equal to Kn by 2 into VGS minus VTO whole square, because in particular saturation region we put VDS is equal to VGS minus VTO. So we have finally equation ID dash saturation is equal to Kn dash divided by 2 VGS dash minus VTO dash square. So as you already know, the voltages are remain constant, so VGS and VTO both are remain constant, so S into Kn by 2 into VGS minus VTO whole square. So we can say that the ID dash saturation is equal to S dot ID saturation. So basically in this particular situation, both the parameters are remain constant, and also it will be scaled down by the factor S only in terms of the multiplication point of view, in terms of linear and also in terms of saturation. Now similarly we calculate the power dissipation factor. So for the calculating the power dissipation, we have to calculate specifically power, and power density is divided by power by area. So power by area can be calculated by P dash divided by area is equal to S dot P we have. In terms of the area, we calculate consider a length and width. So P is equal to VDD dash into ID dash divided by W dash into L dash. So VDDs remain constant, so VDD dash is equal to VDD, and ID is equal to S dot ID. So S dot ID, and similarly W and L will be scaled down by the factor S only. So it will be S square became, so S dot P is equal to S cube P divided by area. So we can say that, as you can see, the P dash by area is equal to S cube dot P divided by area that we have right now. Okay. So we can say that the power dissipation is high as compared to a full scaling, because in full scaling the power dissipation is low as compared to the constant voltage scaling, because here the factor will be multiplied by S cube. So it will very large as compared to a full scaling. So I hope that you are getting idea about what exactly the scaling is. And in scaling we discuss about two type of scaling, in terms of full scaling and also in terms of constant voltage scaling. We have to consider the voltage parameters and the physical parameters. In voltage parameter we take care of VDD, VGS, VDS and VTO. And also when we talking about the physical parameters, then we considering the W, L, TOX, COX ratio. So basically we discuss about this point when we talking about a scaling factor, and the main importance of scaling is that it generally reduces the packaging density, and because of this reducing the packaging density, it increasing a number of transistor possibility on one particular area or small area. So it play a major role in VLSI technology because scaling is play a main role to reduce the packaging dimensionality. So I hope that you are getting idea about what exactly the MOSFET scaling is, and with help of the MOSFET scaling how we reduce the different types of dimensions and what exactly the effects will produce in terms of the power dissipation side, power density side, and also in terms of the drain current ID linear and ID saturation. So in next session we discuss about MOSFET's capacitance, that what exactly the capacitance is, because as you already know the capacitance is play a main role in terms of the electronic circuit. Because when we talking about a capacitance, then in capacitance calculation we always make sure that it is useful for the charge and discharge point of view, and what exactly the charging and discharging effect will produce in specific circuit when we apply the certain voltages in terms of the VGS, VDS, it is change the range of VTO, and when channel will be formed, so it will be changed in some of the capacitance effect. And also we make sure that in the situation we also considering the substrate bias effect in terms of the B, because in previous session we always discuss about only 3 terminals of MOSFET, gate, drain and source, but now we also make sure that we consider a substrate bias in terms of the 4th parameters or 4th input also, it's called as a B. So MOSFET capacitance is also play a main role in terms of the different situations, and we also make sure that this content and MOSFET capacitance is also play a main role when we designing any MOSFET circuit, or in terms of a memory point of view, for the charging and discharging point of view, and also designing the power bank circuits. So it play a main role of MOSFET capacitance that we already discuss in next session. So I hope that you are getting idea about what exactly the MOSFET capacitance is, and what exactly the full scaling and also constant voltage scaling is. So I just give you overview about MOSFET capacitance, but in next slide we talking about MOSFET capacitance in depth. So thank you very much. I hope that you are getting the idea about MOSFET capacitance in overview point of view, and also about MOSFET scaling in terms of constant voltage and full scaling. In full scaling we are talking about constant field scaling. So thank you very much, and if you have any doubt then you can contact me. So thank you.